Hi, James Murphy here. Now, have you ever suffered from anxiety? Because I have, and in this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple steps of how I dealt with my anxiety and how I currently deal with my anxiety. Now, step one, which is I think the most important step in these 5 steps, and it's being in the now. Now, that may sound a bit easy, but it's harder to do. Most anxiety comes from either thinking about the past or the future, and worrying about the past and the future, and overloading your mind with all them thoughts. Um, you have to train yourself to be in the moment, to be in the now, and not worry about the past or the future, because that is a really big thing that will mess you up. And I guess most of the people watching this video who do suffer with anxiety, I'm guessing that a lot of it is to do with worrying about the future or things that have happened in the past. So really, to be in the now, it's taking the time to sit back and just think of where you're at this moment. Um, a big thing to do, which really worked for me, is ask myself the question: um, is worrying about this right now going to help what I'm worrying about? So say I was worried about paying the bills next week or something like that. Was worrying about it right now, was that going to solve the problem? And 100% of the time, I guarantee you, it's not going to solve the problem. So there's no need to worry about it and ruin your day as you're living it right now, thinking about something that's not happened yet or something that's already happened that you can't change. So I think that's the biggest step, so to speak. Um, the next step is finding something to take you away from the current situation. Um, this is one that I used a few times when things got a bit out of control, when the anxiety really set in and my mind was overloaded with things, and it would just get to a breaking point and I'd have to take myself away from the situation and find a, a quiet place where I could just calm my mind. It's something that I think really works if you can find a good place. I'm not going to tell you my place because I'm not having anyone going there, because it is my quiet place. But I suggest finding somewhere that is quiet, away from the noise of, say, if you live in the city, away from all the city noise. You can get to somewhere in the countryside. That's the best option. The closer you are to nature, I think it has a calming effect on you. So it's a good place to clear your head. Um, so yeah, anywhere where there's nothing around for miles, or somewhere where you can see for miles, and just a nice peaceful place to go to, um, so that you can just calm yourself down, reflect on what's happened, why you've got to that state, and to kind of push things out of your mind, which takes me on to my next point, which is deep breathing and mindful meditation. They kind of go hand in hand, really. Um, Deep breathing, everyone knows that deep breathing, it slows down your heart rate, it calms you down. It's scientifically proven to calm you down and slow your heart rate. So it is a really good thing to do. Just deep breaths in through your nose and then slow breaths out through your mouth. Um, and that ties into the mindful meditation. Now, I've only tried this a few times because I'm not really the meditating type, but it does really work. The way to do it is obviously find a quiet place where you're not distracted by anything. You can either close your eyes or open your eyes. It doesn't really matter. I found it easier to close my eyes, and what I did was find a picture a place in your mind which is calm. Like a beach or a field or something like that, where you can just imagine yourself in that place and release all the negative thoughts out of your mind, and just try and keep your mind blank, as blank as possible. Thoughts will come, um, and the thing is to just let the thoughts come, think about it. Yeah, all right, see you later. Let it go, and then just carry on being calm. You can do that for as long as you want, really. I used to just do it for like about 3 minutes, and you find it really does combine with the deep breathing. It really does calm you down quite a lot, and it relieves a lot of the tension, especially if you're anxious about something that's going to happen in the future. It's good to just release all them thoughts out of your head, if you know what I mean. So that they're not bothering you anymore. And then when you do open your eyes or whatever to finish the meditation, um, you'll just be in a calm state with you won't have thoughts going around your mind at 100 miles an hour, which is what it feels like most of the time. Um, I kind of skipped a point there, but that's all right. That's all right. Um, the other point that I wanted to touch on, which I've already touched on, but it really does work a lot of the time. Um, just say to you, when you feel yourself getting in that state, um, where you start panicking, your heart rate's going, and you can't think straight because a million thoughts are going around your head, then just slow yourself down and just ask yourself, just say to yourself, why am I worrying about this? Like, what is this solving? I'm worrying about this now and stressing over this now and getting anxious over this situation. It's not going to solve it. The only thing that's going to solve it is action, and action is not an anxious thought. So just constantly ask yourself, is me worrying about this, stressing about this, being anxious about this, is it solving it? And it's not going to solve it. um, Now, when I used to get really anxious and my thoughts used to overload my mind, it used to get to a breaking point where I'd just snap. It feels like you're backed into a corner and you've got no way out, and there's just all this pressure just compounding onto you, and people react in different ways, and I found I just snaps. I'd throw a plate, or I'd smash something, or I'd punch a wall or something like that. Stupid stuff, really. Um, but it was all to do with these this anxiety that I was building up in my own head. Really, there was nothing else that was doing it apart from my own mind. And it did actually get to the point where um, I've, I frightened myself. I frightened my family. I got to a point where I said to myself, I need to leave the household now. So I just had a baby boy, just been born, and I was going to decide to leave the household because it wasn't safe for him. And I think that's when it really had to change. You know, that's when it really set in that I had to sort it out, like right now. So I think soon after that happened, I got it sorted out pretty quick because I didn't want to leave the house. And you don't want to, you don't want to, you don't want to feel like you endanger anyone around you. It's not a nice feeling. So yeah, that's kind of my a bit of my story to help you understand a bit of the background. My final point, the fifth point, is reading positive books. Now, I can't put this out there enough. Reading has really helped me. I read all the time, and what you feed your mind is what you become. So, reading positive books, you kind of adopt a positive mindset. Um, so yeah, I'm just going to recommend a few of the books that I like. This first one is probably my favourite book that I've read. It's a long one, but it's good. And it's the can you see that? The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. It's an awesome book. I'd say it's pretty long, but it's gold dust. The stuff in there is just amazing. I've really connected with this book. The next one is The Magic of Believing. It's only a small book. Don't know why it's so small. A bit weird. But yeah, that one, it really goes into the science of the mind and how you can put stuff into your subconscious. And yeah, it really delves into the more scientific approach to it, and it helps you understand your mind quite a lot. And this third one, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. This is a really short book, as you can see. It's only like a few pages, but it's really good. It's short and to the point, and yeah, you can read it in an hour or so. So it's definitely one to read. Yeah, so that's all the 5 points done. If you need any more help with your anxiety, or you want to talk to me, then just get in touch on my Facebook page, James Murphy Mindset. I think, yeah, James Murphy Mindset. Just message me on there, and we can have a chat. And if you could like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube page, which is James Murphy Mindset as well, then that would be great. I'd be very grateful for that. Also, sharing this with your friends, say on Facebook and stuff like that, you never know who's going to watch it and who's going to get something from it. You know what I mean? Because I think anxiety is a pretty silent thing. People don't really talk about it. A lot of people don't even know that it exists or that they have it. So yeah, if you could share it on your Facebook, that would be great. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.